Hello, I'm Chris Matthews, and this is my final video project. I do love design actually, because obviously, again, I've introduced myself before. I design things through sport, through school, and through jobs I've had in the past, so I do truly love it. Going forward, when we our first day in class, we drew 20 sketches, and we originally had 20, narrowed them down to 4. It should not have description in it, but I like the sketches I made with two American soldiers saluting a flag, looking at the flag, showing their respect. In the top right, we have a city of buildings. I like buildings a lot. Children around a tree spreading Christmas cheer, and then lastly, a school in the bottom right. Just the sketches to be creative and artistic. I like it a lot. Um, Moving on, when we had started doing our icon set, I had a young Mexican parents, single parents, and I originally had these sketches where I had description with them, and I wasn't actually nailing it down to where it was the same trait, but different images, and I didn't get to quite nail that down, but I started to be more consistent with it for drawing my icon, and this is what I had best for my young Mexican single parent. I added some color to it. Thought it looked a lot better. It got narrowed down. Not as much going on in the picture. Yeah, so that was the first part of nailing down my icons and everything like that. Going forward with my reflection on design, the importance of design, and how to solve problems, as a screenshot of the role of communication design is important for society and culture. Communication design plays a huge part of our world. I can definitely advocate for that. It can be both positive and negative for communication design. The positive side, it can produce understanding, promote positive social change, like getting messages across, like a bulletin board that has flyers falling off of it, which I'll talk about later, and elevate the aesthetics of an environment. However, when misused or lacking ethical considerations, communication design can contribute to misinformation or stereotypes and bad things we don't want to have, in our world. And yeah, so I thought I had a good reflection of design, and I had a lot of learning outcomes from the assignment, deepening my understanding of communication design in society. It encouraged me to ethically evaluate ethical considerations and potential consequences of design decisions. So I'm happy to have the practice of doing it, and it's definitely made me a better overall designer in art. So going forward, for my corrections towards my icons and feedback, I have some screenshots. I had to get rid of the text. Said that again. Second, I limited my elements so it became more straightforward as to what I was exactly portraying in my image. Lastly, I narrowed down my old personal concept to bring across a bigger picture, which is what you wanted. I tried my best. It might not be perfect, but yeah. My cohesive style was consistent, or was not consistent at all. That ties together is that my individual is a young Mexican with a single parent. I narrowed down that I wanted my personal icon set. Although not perfect, it should be easier to understand what I'm trying to convey. I hope it helps you. But again, here's my feedback, and I was able to make it better through what you said. So the problems I found on campus, first I found a single desk in the library just sitting by itself, absolutely no use to anybody, because who wants to design or do their studying, standing, obviously. So I actually fit it into a group of other desks and slid a chair, although not pictured. I put a chair with it, so it actually comes of some use. Personally, yeah, I would just think no one wants to stand and design or study or do homework or anything like that nature, so thought that was my problem. But the problem I was trying to solve is in the second picture. It's a bulletin board outside of King Library. You see all these flyers flying off and everything. Looks like there's really some QR codes, advertisements for organizations and clubs. Some of them which look like are gone. I just think it's bad. People's information's not getting passed along. There's a lot of knowledge and good information that could help change other people's lives and help grow organizations and events and stuff like that. So I just think some protective glassware would be imperative in order to sustain, the information on the board, and that's the whole point of it. We've had bulletin boards, flyers for as long as, I don't know, a long time. I just think, especially during harsher weather and everything like that, some glass or protection would be, valued. And what I was trying to solve is, I wrote a letter to, I have a picture of it, to the administration of Miami University, advocating for some protective glassware or some sort of installation in order to preserve the work on the bulletin board. So obviously that'd be awesome, but I don't know the process and how long that would eventually take. Although I do advocate for it, although I can't necessarily solve it myself, I think it's a given that it should be done. Moving on, I was able to learn a lot in this course about being creative and being able to utilize the paces, being smart about how I utilize design, narrowing down my choices, being effective in practical, analytical, creative, and emotional, social ways. In my experience so far with the design and PowerPoint, since the first project with our video about why we love design and how it makes us better. So I've taken a lot away from this class. Although I'm not applying for the major or minor, I'll be graduating in May of 2024. I'm happy I attended every class, got up early, got my day started in order to, think a little creatively and, help boost my day to, keep my mind open and be active. So I was happy about the course and everything. So I just want to say thank you for listening, and I'm done.